Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be talking about living in Netherlands, what it's like versus living in Germany. So to talk about Netherlands, I have my friend here, Christy. Welcome to the channel. And of course to talk about Germany, yours truly, we'll be doing the German comparison. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and if you're not following me on Instagram, it's at Waleo Chronicles. Do you want to leave your Instagram handle, or you want to keep yourself on the privates?
Well, hi guys. My Instagram handle is at chairlady 1.1.
Okay, you got that. So yeah, let's get into the main comparison of this video that I'm sure you guys want to hear all about. So first of all, I'm gonna ask Christy some questions about like living in Netherlands. Like, how long have you been living in, specifically Amsterdam now? How long have you been living in Amsterdam?
Well, I moved to Amsterdam in September last year, so I have been there for roughly 10
months.
Yeah,
okay.
a little over 10 months.
Okay, so like before you moved to Amsterdam, were you living anywhere? Like, of course you were living somewhere else. And what I wanted to ask was like, did you live anywhere outside of your home country before moving to the Netherlands?
Oh no. So this moving to Amsterdam is the first time I left my home country to live anywhere else.
Okay, and did you visit anywhere else before going there, or you just like it was your first place visiting outside of your home country?
Oh no. Well, to process my visa to come to Amsterdam, I had to go to Ghana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So yeah.
And you're originally from Nigeria, for those who are wondering. Yeah, I forgot to say that you're originally from Nigeria, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now let's get into the comparison. This is the fun part. So so what's it like generally, like the cost of living in Amsterdam, for instance, rent, groceries, food, and so on, transport? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Well, where I live is some sort of student accommodation setup. So for my own accommodation, it's roughly, let's say, approximately 500 euros.
500 euros per month.
Yes.
Like, what's the size of your room?
I might be wrong, but I'm going to try and remember. Probably 12 meters.
12 square meters. Oh, that's
probably.
quite small for 500. Wow.
I think.
Wow, that means
I might be wrong.
Yeah, Amsterdam is definitely way more expensive than Berlin here, because I talked about the cost of living in Berlin in a previous video I made. I will leave the link somewhere, and I said like for me personally, I'm quite lucky. I pay 300 for my room, and it's like 20 or 22 square meters.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, your room is a lot bigger than mine.
Yeah. So I'm quite lucky, but generally the rooms for students or for private persons, individual persons, that's what I mean, cost anything between like 400, 350, 400, 500. 500 is quite extreme, but some people be extra like that. They charge that much.
Yeah, I think ours cost up to 500 because we also had some appliances in the room. So it came with a fridge, a bed, a microwave. So I think that's why. Yeah.
So is it like a student accommodation, or it's a private accommodation that you had to find yourself, or?
Well, luckily for us, the school made all the arrangements before we got here.
Oh, that's so nice. So you didn't have to look for accommodation yourself.
No.
Okay, on the other hand, in Berlin, I think there are no, well, not I think, I know that for students, there are no like students accommodation organized by the school. Instead, there's a student body that is called Studentenwerk that organizes accommodation for all students of public and private, well, some private universities in Germany. So this body is in charge of accommodation, and there are not enough accommodations to go around anyway. So like most times you have to look for accommodation yourself, and then you go to the general market and look for like a room on your own, which is quite stressful, but yeah. So what about like groceries? What kind of supermarkets do you guys have there, and like how much do you spend roughly on food per week, for instance?
Well, I would just say first, don't use how much I spend as a rule of thumb.
Oh yeah, this is like our personal experience, please.
I tend to go outside my list many times when I go grocery shopping, but I could pin it down to an approximate figure of about €40 on groceries
Per week?
No, not per week. I think when I go shopping, it's what I buy could last me say 2 to 3 weeks sometimes. So yeah.
Girl, €40, 2 to 3 weeks.
Yes, I mean, I buy vegetables, I buy some meat, I buy milk, cereal. I don't. Well, that's just for me, like I said. So
How many times do you eat in a day?
yeah, well, I don't. I cook over the weekend,
Uh-huh.
and since we're in school, we do this bulk cooking sometimes, where you just have food to eat throughout the week.
Okay.
And then I eat lots of noodles, so that's probably why I don't need so much food.
Okay. But like €40, 2 to 3 weeks. I need your secret, please, guys. Don't really need this budgeting secret. Like €40 for 3 weeks or 2 weeks. That's amazing. That's like wow.
Yeah, just.
And like, what do you guys have? Like discount supermarkets and like budget supermarkets and high end. Do you guys have like different types there, like it is here?
Well, I believe there would be, but I sort of found the one I like, and I just go there all the time.
Which
so
one
it's
is
called
that?
Albertine.
Okay.
Yes. So as far as discounts go, I have a discount card.
Oh,
So once you're checking out, you just swipe the card, and then you get some discount on what you've bought.
so how did you get the discounts card?
Yeah, the cashiers always offer it to you. So they would ask, do you have a bonus card? If you don't have it, then you get one, and if you have, you just swipe it.
That's kind of like a loyalty reward system, kind of, because you come there so often, so you get
Yeah.
some kind of like points for the money you spent there, right?
Yeah, and the points don't accumulate over time for you to get it maybe at the end of a month or something. It's on the spot. So once you just swipe the card, then it just gives you the discount on
That's
everything.
nice. I don't know if anything like that exists in Germany, but I've never heard of it, and I'm sure if I heard of it, I would have jumped on that.
I know.
I would have jumped on that train quickly, but I never heard of it. And I don't want to repeat some of the things I said in my video about the cost of living in Berlin, but I talked about also the cost of groceries and stuff in that video. If you want more information, please go to that video and watch it. Then let's talk about transportation, of course.
Yeah, so so many people move from one point to another using their bicycles. But I did not jump in on that, so I still ride the tram a lot, and sometimes I take the Uber. So, okay.
Somebody be bougie. Somebody's being bougie, taking Uber. Sorry, okay.
Oh no, it's only when it's necessary, so it's not every day. But yeah.
Please, when is it necessary? Can you tell us? Okay, no, don't answer that question. I don't want to shade you on camera.
Thank you. I'll tell you later.
Okay,
Yeah,
so for transportation, like how much do you spend roughly per month? Can you give us like per month?
Yeah,
or
per
per
month.
week?
Per month, let's just say per month, I would budget about €80 to load my tram card. So that's basically taking into account going to school every day, and then a few other, places I might go.
Okay.
Yeah, during the week.
Do you guys have like districts and regions and stuff like that, or does it cover like all public transportation? That's tram, buses, trains. Do you guys?
Yeah, we have trains.
Okay. Sorry, no shade, please. So trams, buses, trains. It covers everything.
Yeah,
and it covers everything within Amsterdam and outside Amsterdam.
But yeah, I think we use the card in the Netherlands, so
the whole of the country you can use that card.
I think so.
Okay, guys, but I'm gonna check while I'm editing this video to put the correct information because I don't know. That sounds a bit.
It's the GVB card. Yeah, so.
Okay, interesting. So for us here, we have like a transport card. I talked about this thing in my previous videos, guys. I'm just promoting this. I'm not promoting it, but the information is there. Just go and watch it, okay? So we have like region A, B, C, like I told you when you came. So depending on the regions you want to cover, that determines how much you have to buy the tickets. And of course, like if you live here, the transportation ticket thing is cheaper than if you're coming as a tourist and you want to buy like 7-day ticket and stuff like that.
Oh well, some people get discounts on movement within regions as well. Like I told you, so there's this subscription that some people have on the transport company's website, so they get a different type of card. So this one is yellow, this one has your details and you link it to your bank account, and then you just pay I think monthly.
Yeah.
And so on that card, you get discounts within your selected regions as well as your daily trips.
So you wouldn't spend as much as 80 that you
No.
spend, right? Do you know
so
how much
since
it
I
would cost?
budget 80, my friends who have it say estimated to be, let's say, 60 tops. So while I pay 80, they pay
it's
about
much,
60.
yeah, much cheaper than
so
getting.
it's cheaper.
Okay. Let's talk about safety and security.
Okay.
Like as you're living in Amsterdam as a woman, did you like what's the situation like in terms of do you feel comfortable walking around late at night without feeling anybody harassing you or stuff like that?
Well, I definitely have a greater sense of security if I had to walk around at odd hours compared to where I've lived before. And
Nigeria, to be specific.
Okay, I tried not to say the name.
Let's say it.
Yeah, so even when I don't say, let's say, even when memories of the past, would try to make me scared to walk certain roads at certain times, my friends would tell me, "Come on, this is Amsterdam. You're safe here." Yeah, so I think so far I have not had any security concerns or breaches.
So if you can feel comfortable walking around even at 3 a.m. if you're coming back, you take the public transport and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I don't think they'll be running at 3 a.m. So it's in instances like that where I would need to take the Uber.
Ooh, where are you coming from at 3 a.m., girl?
Okay. We'll save that story for another time.
Oh, that's quite interesting. It doesn't run at 3 a.m.
I think the tram stopped running a little past 12, for instance.
Oh.
And also the trains about the same time, or maybe 1. So there's some time of the night where you can't find trains or trams or buses. So.
I think for Berlin, like the frequency, there's always there's always trains and U-Bahn. U-Bahn is the underground.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know about trams, but I know trains, buses, and the metro, underground metro, runs even late at night, but the frequency is less than during the day. So that's the good thing about Berlin here, that there's always public transportation at every time. It's just that maybe the frequency, well, when it's like 12 or 3 a.m. is more like every hour or every 30 minutes. I don't know.
Okay.
But something like that. That's an interesting difference. See, we
Yeah,
brought out a
that's
difference for
actually
you guys. Nice. That's interesting. As for safety and security, I also feel the same way here in Berlin. Like, of course, if you compare it to Nigeria, for instance, like a world of difference. But I feel absolutely comfortable walking around even at 12. I mean, you also have to be street smart as well. Like, you will not walk in the park alone at 12 midnight, you're just asking for trouble, like, I think, as a woman anyway. So but generally I also have this sense of safety and security, although I've been reading some questionable stories recently since this Rona is making people crazy. I've been reading some questionable stories recently on the internet, news and stuff like that. So let's talk about one of my favorite topics, which is making friends. You've been there now for 10 months. What's the experience been like for you, like getting in touch with people outside of your class?
Okay. I'll just say at this point, 90% of the people I hang out with are people in my class.
Girl.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
some I met before leaving Nigeria, so it's kind of just remained that way.
So you've not tried to make friends, you've not even attempted to make friends outside of your class circle?
Well, I have, 1 or 2 people I know who don't go to my school, so...
Those are the people we want to talk about. How easy or difficult was it to get in touch with these people and make a connection and friends, because when you move to a new country, you kind of establish your social circle again, and in some countries it's easier and some countries it's more difficult to make friends.
Yeah, so all these ones were online friends. Yeah, so I met one on Internations that you recommended.
Internations is good.
So they're all online. So I did not meet any friends through physical interactions, for instance, unless we're counting the people that live beside me.
No,
my
not
neighbors.
counting.
Okay, fine.
But like these people, are they also foreigners like you, or they are Dutch people?
No, they're foreigners.
Oh, so it seems like it's
no
easier
Dutch
to get
friends for me.
Okay, I have to say, like, in my personal experience, because I'm one that would actually go out and try to make friends, I find that it's well, if I take your story and compare it to my experience, it seems it's slightly easier to make friends here, but it's more easy with fellow expats or foreigners like you than it is making friends with actual
With
local
locals,
people.
yeah, I think
But
so.
I have to say, I have to give it to my German friends. I do have some German friends, and y- I mean, the general thing is like it's not easy to make German friends, but I have a few of them that I really appreciate. Guys, I appreciate
Yeah,
you,
so
okay?
you have to tell us what we're doing wrong. Or what
Guys,
we
don't
do
worry.
better.
I'm making a video with the secrets. I'm giving you all my secrets on how to make friends when you move to a new country. Watch out for that video, okay? So, another thing I like to talk about, of course, is language. So, is there like, how would you say, you don't speak Dutch, right?
No, I don't.
Not even like basic level, right?
No.
So, how would you say life is for you generally without, like, you only speak English and you don't have any Dutch speaking skills? What's life for you, everyday life for you, as a result of this language barrier?
Well, I have been able to sail smoothly without knowing Dutch in Amsterdam. I mean, even when I am in situations where someone speaks Dutch to me, I just smile and say, please, English. I don't speak any Dutch, but when I meet people and they speak Dutch to me, probably when I'm buying something or in a bank, I just smile and say, please, can you say that in English? And then they just switch to English. So
Oh, that's so
yeah,
nice.
so they're not upset or anything.
So nobody like attacks you and like,
No.
we are in Dutch. Sorry, we are in Netherlands. You must speak Dutch. I wanted to say Netherlandish.
No.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
nice.
no one has attacked me and made me speak Dutch by force. I mean, they just
And they're always switching to English in a friendly way, right?
yeah, they just switch to English, and even when their English is not good, they switch to English, and then some are a bit shy. Then they say,
Aww.
"Okay, my English is not so good," and then I say, "It doesn't matter. I would understand you."
Aww.
Yeah, so
I mean, well, Berlin is a whole different world from other cities in Germany. So, in Berlin, of course, you will find generally that people speak English as well. And when they see that you're struggling, they speak English to you. But we have those outliers that are just rude by default. And they tell you, I talked about it in some of my videos, like they tell you outrightly that you are in Germany, wir sind in Deutschland, wir müssen Deutsch sprechen. I mean, I don't know, in my head, this is how they always sound when they say that. So, we still have some people like that, and they're just rude by nature. So I don't think it's a function of, I mean, I'm trying to support Berlin here, so you guys, you get it right. It's not a function of the Berlin situation, it's a function of just the rude people. Yeah, but in other German cities, I think English, smaller cities, not the big ones, I think English is not as widely spoken as it is in Berlin, and it's expected that you should speak German. There's this expectation, like nobody's going to tolerate you not telling me that you're not speaking German. Like nobody's here for that.
okay.
So that's an interesting distinction between the two countries, right?
yeah. I mean, one time I took a school trip to one small city outside Amsterdam, and well, I didn't have to interact with so many locals, but the few I had to talk to, it was still okay to speak English. So I went
Wow.
to, it's called, I might not pronounce it right, but Terschelling.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a full class trip, and we're always with our facilitators. So they probably made the interaction with the hotel staff easy. Yeah, but I could speak English to those people too.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah,
That's so nice. I think, yeah, English is more widely spoken and more widely accepted in the Netherlands as
yeah.
compared to Germany, for instance. Would you, if you had the option to live in the Netherlands again, would you actually choose to live in the Netherlands?
If I had the option to live in Amsterdam, or well, any part of the Netherlands, I would. I mean, if it's a really good opportunity, maybe a great job, great husband.
Plug! Single and searching. Slide. She already gave you guys her Instagram.
my
Slide into the DM. If you are reasonable, please. If you are foolish, please stay away. Don't want foolish people, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing like your experience and your perspective with us on this channel. And guys, thank you so much for sticking with us till the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, number one. Then number two, I hope you learned something. The most important thing actually on my channel is that you enjoy watching the video. That's it. And then if you learn something, great. Okay guys, thank you so much for sticking around, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers.
Bye guys.